A woman who lost her job in March is hoping to raise awareness about religious discrimination at work. She said that's what happened to her, and now she's taking her former employer to court. Jamie Perez looked into her complaint.
My religion means everything to me.
You get that sense when you first meet Fanta Conde, a practicing Muslim who expresses her religion by wearing a hijab.
I never thought it would be an issue for an employer.
Conde said she was fired from her job at this KFC location on Cottage Grove Road in Madison because of that hijab. She started working there in November, but didn't start wearing it at work until February.
I just went through a time in my life where I wanted to become more religious, and I decided that I wanted to start wearing my hijab every day, everywhere.
According to the employee handbook, which Conde has signed, all employees must wear the complete KFC uniform, which includes a company-provided hat.
The manager told me that I had to put a hat over it, and the hat wasn't fitting good, so I wouldn't put the hat on because it didn't fit. He said, I'm not going to fail a health inspection for your little headscarf. And that really hurt. That really, really hurt.
Conde wore a hairnet under her hijab to try to satisfy their concerns, but her bosses wouldn't budge. She was written up several times for not wearing the hat before she was eventually fired on March 5th. An interaction that Conde recorded on her phone.
You guys aren't going to make a reasonable accommodation, and I'm getting terminated today as of, what is today, March 5th?
March 5th, 2020, yes.
2020 for wearing my hijab to work. And
violating a company policy of not wearing the hat.
She filed a complaint with the Department of Workforce Development Equal Rights Division 3 days earlier, accusing Mitra QSR, the company that owns the restaurant, of religious discrimination. When I asked them for an interview, they said they wouldn't comment. In Mitra's documented response, the franchise owner said Conde's refusal to wear the hat is a direct violation of our food safety standard requirements and would cause the restaurant to fail a standards audit. It also said Conde harassed employees when the hijab became an issue.
Really kind of painted them into a legal corner.
Conde's attorney, Paul Schinner, said there is no food safety standard in the state of Wisconsin that requires an employee in food service to wear a hat, just a hair covering. The State Restaurant Association's executive vice president says a hijab would count.
We have answered that question many times over the years. It's a performance-based food code. It's not prescriptive as to how you do it. It's prescriptive as saying you shall do it. And how you do it is up to you.
Conde's attorney argues a business needs to offer reasonable accommodations when religion is involved. He and Conde said that never happened.
I don't like to call any case a slam dunk case, but I think this one is pretty close to it.
The DWD's Equal Rights Division found that there is enough evidence to move Conde's case forward. It wrote that Mitra fails to point to any federal, state, or local obligations which a properly wrapped hijab with a hairnet would not satisfy. Conde hopes that she can inspire others to see there's no shame in showing pride in what you believe in.
Also inspire other women to step up and share their stories and not let it be overlooked.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
Her case will be assigned to a judge for a formal hearing. If Conde wins, she would be entitled to what's called a make-whole remedy, where she would receive full back pay and would be entitled to get her job back if she chooses.